Hello again, everyone, and welcome to my second Champions Online video, featuring my superhero Magnus. He is an alien from another planet, and he's decided to make Earth his home and to help protect the Earth against the alien threat of the Q-Lar, as well as any other threats that happen to come along. Last time we left off, I was about to do the mission Purple Rain, so we're going to get started on that. I've already got the mission, you can see it posted. So, without too much further ado, let's get going. So I'm going to charge up my travel power. I was watching the audio to my last video, and I gotta say, I was not that impressed with the audio and the commentary that I was giving you. It was my first video. I stammered and I stumbled. I did a lot of ums and ahs. I repeated myself a lot. So I do apologize if it wasn't really all that great. I'm going to try and do better. Just relax a little bit and just get used to delivering basically a 10-minute monologue while I do this. Alrighty. So just to recap for everybody, Kevin Poe is the leader of the Purple Gang. He's developed something called the PSI Bomb, which is going to basically lobotomize all the superheroes and make him the boss of this neighborhood of Millennium City. So we're going to go in here and we're going to stop him. Alright, so here's our first guy. Righty. Come on. Sorry, I don't touch type very well, so sometimes I miss a button. One of the things I really like about this laser sword power, this is the first tune I've ever used it with, is I like the way when you're smacking them you see that like little plasma burn across their chest. I think that is really, really sweet. Alright, so we have a boss and a couple of other thugs here. So let's get up there and get at them. Block. Buff my health even though I don't need it that much. One of the things I'm trying to do is make this guy sort of one of the things that is really cool about Champions is you can just try to make any kind of character you want. He doesn't really fit into the typical tank, scrap, or a long-range blaster, support, healer role. So that's one of the things that keeps me coming back to this game. So this is probably going to be one of the tankiest guys that I've got in this game. He's going to have a lot of hit points, but then instead of sort of the typical tanky sort of powers, he's going to be doing some laser sword. So that's really cool. I can go ahead and throw stuff like that and just be like, you know, some big mean tanker. But then I can also give him, you know, a laser sword, and I can give him... Eventually I want to give him also a blaster. I think that would just be really cool. So it looks like I'm going to be leveling up pretty soon, probably within this mission. Wasn't really thinking about taking you all through the leveling up process. Might actually make a good video just so you can see some of the decision processes that I do when I'm involved in this. Now, there's two ways I can activate powers. One is I can do it with the number keys. The other way I can do it is with the mouse. But when I do that, you see the description pop up a little bit. It kind of mars the action a little bit. Usually I use my mouse to activate them. But since I'm trying to do a demo video here, one of the things I'm hoping to do is just make it a little bit more visually appealing for everybody at home. Really also love that animation, that pose when he holds it down at the end like that. That's just really, really sweet looking. Some guys over here. Got him nice and quick there. Loving it. See, is there something heavy I can throw? That's the other thing that's just really, really sweet with this game. Throwing stuff. Let's pick up the toolbox. Here. Have... So I'm thinking about either getting a blaster, which would be great, but then another one of the laser sword powers. Is he can kind of... It's a really neat animation, but he gets to stab the person, and when he does, it delivers a slow burn that eventually the person blows up after getting too much radiation poisoning. So that's would be really, really sweet. Let's see. Let's pick you up. Come on. Actually, let's take out a couple. Goons. Yay! Hooray for me! How about I pick up a barrel? You can see the longer I hit this guy with this thing, the more damage that he takes. And that's because of all the plasma burn damage that he's taking. So we're almost to the end of this one. So here we see this glowy thing here. That's where you leave. But we're not done in here yet. So one of the tricks here to doing this, okay, you don't want to jump right in there, because hopefully what you want to try and do is aggro the goons out before you take on Kevin Poe. So let's see. Can I throw it at him? Out of range. There we go. Come on. Oh, you can't let me pick up the forklift in peace. Alright, I'll come to you. Alright, so now that most of his goons are out of the way, I'm gonna see if I can take a picture capture of this. It might make a nice thumbnail.
We have the incoming, you incompetent dolt! Reset those capacitors now!
Well, look who's already here. Why, you're just in time. To be too late. Think hard while you still can, hero.
Oh, that'd make a great one.
Brains of you, your friends, and every
I hope those
citizen of
screen
Westside.
captures come out. That would make a really, really
Me and
great
my
thumbnail
new
for this
people
video.
Take over this town. It's gonna be so awesome. I promise it'll leave you idiots drooling.
Oh, there was one guy left. Whoopsie. Time to take a health, I think. Yay! Down goes Poe. I get some cunning boots out of it. Let's see if they're worth keeping. Cunning boots. Now you can see here I gained some dexterity and some intelligence. Intelligence is good because it reduces the endurance cost of my powers. But in the end, I'm trying to make this guy more tanky. He gets some good defense. It'll increase his dexterity, so he'll get better chances for critical hits. But I want him to be kind of tanky, so I want to keep his strength and constitution, I think. Alright. Now, the first time I ran through this with one of my gaming partners, we forgot to defuse the bomb, and we walked out of the mission, leaving the bomb active, so we had to go through and do it again. I thought that was rather funny. And so, yay. Justice triumphs once again. Now I'm going to leave the hideout. Alright, and that was the defeat of Kevin Poe. I always kind of like that mission. It's the first time you really kind of meet a supervillain in this game and not just a bunch of really nasty flunkies. And I love the voice acting in this game. To me, I think is also really good. That he's got the kind of nasally, nerdy voice, and he's, you know, like this kind of dippy man boy. I really like that. I wish they had been able to keep that level of voice acting through the rest of the game, but later on it starts to kind of peter out a little bit. So anyway, after this, we return to Kodiak. We get our reward for completing the mission. Then you can see in the city map, there's a symbol that's glowing. That means that it's time for me to level up. So I get another power. I get to purchase ranks and specializations. So, you know, I think maybe I will just beat you all in the powerhouse, and we'll and I'll show you how I decide what kind of power to get. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, Champions Online, it's free to download. You get a silver membership for free. You unlock just about all of the content, I think, and most of the costume bits. Any other costume bits that you want, you can just buy them a la carte. My cat is saying hello to me. And it's really fun. I think if given my druthers, I would rather be playing City of Heroes, but since that closed down, this is a very good close second. So, as I said, I think in my first video, what I'm hoping happens is enough people start looking at these videos, they start to see how cool this is, and we start to develop more of a player base with it. In the future, what I think I'm going to do, you know what, instead of you just looking at my wonderful tune, I'm going to head back to Kodiak. What I really, really love is to start maybe making online friends with some of the other people who do videos, and we can start getting together and showing you some of the multiplayer missions in here. They have a lot of missions that you need, you know, they're dungeon raids, and they're the sorts of missions where you really need to have 3 to 5 players on a team to complete it and to really have a chance of finishing it without face planting all the time. So it would be really, really cool if some of you other content creators with Champions could drop me a like or make contact, or I'll try and make contact with you. Maybe we can team up and we'll get some really cool videos. Anyway, that's my idea, and I will be back with Magnus, or leave a comment. Maybe I'll show you some of my other tunes, some of my other heroes, and I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you. Good night. Bye.